Good gravy. There it is. There it is. Hello, everyone. What a day. Hello, Joe. How's it going? So, like I said, I didn't see you there. Welcome to Pile of Shame Live. I'm Sean Orange here at the Famicom Dojo, and today we're going to finish up our 4-week now playthrough of Willow for NES. But before we do that, I just wanted to talk about Willow the movie, which is what this game is based on loosely. This film came out in, was it 1989? So the game came out in 90, and I think I played it in 91. So it's been 30 years since I last played it in earnest. It's been an adventure, I tell you. That's not a adventure game joke. It's not even an adventure RPG joke. But what this is Pile of Shame. And Pile of Shame doesn't mean that the game's bad. It just means that it's a game that I haven't played, in this case, for a long time. Or, should play, should finish. But I grabbed this disc. I ended up watching it on Disney+, so I didn't even open this yet. But I figured I should probably watch the movie again, because I couldn't fully remember everything that was happening in the game that was from the movie. I had some vague recollections and whatnot. So I watched this movie this week, and it was kind of amazing how much I did remember, what was coming back to me, lines and the musical cues, and everything kind of fell back into place, even though I couldn't have told you much about each individual piece before watching it again. This was a favorite of mine during my childhood, and I hope that other people will watch it. Like I said, it's on Disney+, so you can watch it that easily now if you have it for superhero movies or Hamilton or whatever the kids are getting Disney+ these days for. But I had forgotten some things or didn't know some things now that I'm an adult. Well, first of all, it's Warwick Davis as the titular Willow, and we have Val Kilmer as Madmartigan. So this is the first time I learned these actors' names was because of this movie, even though Val Kilmer went on to do a whole bunch of other things. And Warwick Davis has been a staple in LucasArts since there was, or Lucasfilm, since there was a Lucasfilm. So it's too bad that they didn't make any more Willow movies, but seeing it again, I kind of see why. I love it. There's nothing I don't like about it, but it wasn't the Star Wars of fantasy. They tried and it didn't quite gel, but I still like what they did try to do. It was directed by Ron Howard, which I didn't realize. So I just watched a whole bunch of Arrested Development lately. James Horner did the score, and it's perfect. So the accompanying score in the video game, which doesn't borrow from James Horner at all, is also fantastic. And I looked up who the composer was a few episodes ago, and I can't remember her name. Yay, Konacha, hello, and Fox Mulder. Yes, thank you for joining us on this journey as well, and I'm glad you guys who haven't been able to watch on Fridays are finally able to catch up and do all the fun things with us. So what do I say about this movie? It had a lot more to do with Laura Dannon, like I said. She's kind of the crux of the whole thing, except, these different characters in the game kind of show up and disappear, and they don't really drive the story except for kind of silly ways. And in some points, like the Brownies and Madmartigan, usually only see him captured somewhere. So it's kind of poking fun at the archetypes a little bit. But Willow gets to drive the story a lot more compared to what he was able to do in the movie. He was like a compassionate soul that was swept up in events, sort of like Sam in Lord of the Rings. In fact, there are a lot of Lord of the Rings takes. Val Kilmer's Madmartigan, though, is definitely supposed to be the Han Solo of this film. Sorsha. So my impressions of Sorsha are better than I think her actual presentation was in the film. I just saw she was a general. I saw that everyone respected in future except for her mother. I saw that she became a good guy, but just there are things. Her entire arc is basically like Madmartigan falling in love with her for reasons that we will intersect in the game here. And like she just abandons everything because this one random dude was nice to her. So that doesn't really hold up. Willow in the final fight doesn't get to do much, although he does end up using his magic tricks, like not proper sorcery, but you know, standard sleight of hand magic tricks to save the day. And it's laced with like what's essentially a racial slur. You know, the Nelwyn are you know, they're little people, and they came up with a slur for that, and it's the only one in the movie that's used against anyone, and it's used against Willow a lot, and it made me uncomfortable remembering how often like just everyone in the film calls him that. It's just it's not a great look, but the effects are good. The brownies are, you know, people yay high, and the green screen's pretty decent for the time. Lots of practical effects. Again, it's Lucasfilm, and ultimately, those small things that didn't age well doesn't make it a bad movie. I remembered lines as they were coming up. Like I said, it's interesting, shall we say? There were two things I have to correct myself on from the stream though. Character names. Apparently, I would say Fin Raziel for the good sorceress. Apparently, that's pronounced Fin Raziel. I mean, it's spelled Raziel. So how was I supposed to know? And then I think I called her the fairy queen was Sherlindrea. I called her, but it's like Sherlindria, like Andrea. But then, you know, people call people Andrea too, so I was pretty close. Otherwise, everything's pretty good. And some of the enemies in the game make more sense now. Like the big Bigfoot type critters are actually trolls, and they're real gross and ugly. And then the pig dog things are Nockmaar hounds. So that's where we're going today. We're going to Nockmaar Castle to defeat Bavmorda. Tir Asleen was not conquered in the movie, but it helps very much for this game. And Willow gets to be the hero throughout, making the story happen. Like, it would be a very not great game if Willow had to take a side seat to anyone else. So let's play it. Let's just do those things, shall we? Making sure the game's set up. I'm going to check on you guys, see how you're doing. Yeah, Adam Robinzo. It actually follows the game. I don't want to say it follows the game pretty well, but it takes cues. Sorry, the game takes cues from the movie pretty well, and it pulls things in pretty interesting ways. I'm pretty sure Capcom might have repurposed some other game they were making, but you know, I hear tell, at least from Wikipedia, that people at Capcom are fans of the movie, so that's why they wanted to work on it. Hello, Jack. We're not playing Luigi's Mansion. No. No. All right, getting ready to do this. Let's do this. Shame. All right. So where we left off, we were in front of Nockmaar Castle, and there was a guard who blocked my way. So what I ended up doing was I ended up grinding to level 13. It didn't take much. And we're going to see if we can get Fin Raziel back to her normal self, because I believe this is a requirement to actually beat the game. And all the different shapes that she takes, she was, I forget what kind of rodent she was initially, and then she became a bird, and then now she's a goat. These are all things that happen in the movie. And she'll cycle through these forms if you're not high enough level to turn her back into her human form. And all of these 8-bitified photos are actually pretty decent likenesses of the actors from the movie. Like, you can tell that there was either like some promotional photo or something that they did this from. And it looks like it worked. So she's putting her energy into the cane. I'm pretty sure this is the part I was talking about that needs to be done for the end of the game. Yeah. So the movie's all about how I'm going to warp back to Nockmaar. Oops. So the game is all about how Elora Danan's the chosen one, and Willow's just this kind-hearted person who comes across her all Moses-like and helps her fulfill her destiny because she's just a baby. And who's going to protect this baby, right? He's a guy who wants to be the sorcerer's apprentice. And I can warp back to Nockmaar, something I discovered when I left it when I was goofing around. So this is very helpful because it took us a while to get there if you were seeing the last part. I mentioned how Lord of the Rings this was. There's even like a friend of Willow's called Migosh who hangs out with him for a bit after the rest of this party abandoned him when they meet Madmartigan in the crossroads, and they're just like, yeah, he's a Daikini, let's leave the baby with him. And he's like, I can't do that, guys. They're like, well, you're lost, Willow. So here we are. All right, well, I guess the game's over. See ya. That was a good 4-part pilot shoot. No. There's nothing to really do here. If I go to the left or the right, it just ends. And so you might think to yourself, well, what can I do? Fortunately, I actually remembered this from 30 years ago, unlike many other things I had to do during the course of this game. And I tried it, and it worked. So we'll just do it again, like I'm doing it for the first time. He just runs away. What kind of paltry guards, what kind of punk guards does Bavmorda hire to... Man. Oopsies, I didn't mean to do that. Try this again. And so as a monster, I'm able to walk around and not get bothered by other monsters. So this will allow me to hang out and not have to worry about getting hit or losing hit points or magic points. The music in this is fantastic as well. Hello, bird person. You look familiar. So the way to not be a critter anymore is to switch away your magic or let it run out. But we're on a time schedule here, trying to beat this game. Ah, yes. The Winged Sword, Abang and Adix. So these are characters made up for the game. So I have the Winged Sword I was supposed to give him. Eric. So Eric I didn't remember really until I watched the movie again. And he's supposed to be like the soldier friend of Madmartigan's. Actually, I'm just going to use Fleet to get out of here. Keep doing that. There we go. I got enough magic. When I first got here, I had like only enough magic to turn into the critter. I had like 54 just by chance, so we're not going to do that. So I'm going to go get the key. Now, he mentioned there was an old woman, and again, this is a thing that I remembered. You need to backtrack at this point, and where do you go? Well, there was one suspicious place that we couldn't get into previously, and that's where we're going to go now. So we'll just call our buddy Poe again and get there. So we're going to be able to warp around a lot to get this game done. All right. I'll take you anywhere you need to go. Again, Poe is not an original part of this cast. The magic acorns in the film are kind of like a Chekhov's gun, like they're given to you by the High Old One, just like they are in the game, but Will doesn't use them until the final act. And, well, I won't say any more than that, but it was quick thinking on his part. It's only so much a sorcerer's apprentice can do, right? So anyway, he doesn't have the faith in himself, and this quest is supposed to help him give the faith in himself that he needs. So in some ways, like, this game improves upon the plot of the movie, or, you know, sort of, there are things that work better this way. But of course, we're in a single-player action RPG. So you gotta change things up a little bit. slavish devotion to the story would not have benefited whatsoever. So in part 3, I believe, we were running around looking at things, and there was this house that we couldn't get into, and now we can get into it because we talked to what's his face. You've met Eric. I've cautiously kept the key. Cautiously. Eric's dead. I don't think he's dead. He said he didn't have enough strength to fight the critter that was in the Tir Asleen Castle here. And in the name Eric, oh, we gotta warp again. So I have the right magic. I thought it was Eric in the movie, and maybe it's meant to sound kind of like Eric, but Eric, and he's like I was saying, he was Madmartigan's kind of not friend. He's a soldier. He's fighting Bavmorda's armies, and doesn't think much of Madmartigan in his current state as a thieving scoundrel. But he claims he's not a thief, at least. Certainly a scoundrel. Possibly a scruffy-looking nerf herder. You know the type. All right, now I mean to save. We're gonna do that right here. Okay. Let's go back. Oh, I hate this. Hate those things. Ooh, getting lucky. I also got to make sure I have the right sword. So I got this this wing sword all leveled up. It was giving me 22 hit points before, or strength before. Now it's 107, so it's the best sword I have. Ooh, except for the Devil Eye, but that one's for magical critters. Magical critters only. Oh, did I even go in that door? Let's see. Door? Let's go in there and see what happens. Nothing. Alright. Good talk. Three hits! Alright. I think this wing sword's doing me some good now. Alright. Oh! So that door our bird friend was guarding didn't do us much good. Okay, well, let's wander around until we find the way. I assume it's another locked door we're going to have to get through, otherwise why bother to get the key at all? 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. So I guess level 13 isn't my last stop. Looks like I can get to 14, but I don't think I need to beat this game. But I had to get to 13 to get Fin Raziel back to her human form. I could probably grind more to level 14. I don't think I want to, though. If anyone's confused by my face, I had a good time. Oh, that's not a good time. Oh, ow. Yep. Did some filming last week. Oh, I also talked about it in Dojo Cast a little bit. Did some filming for a new video, a new future retro video, and it required shaving. If you've seen Famicom Dojo over the years, I occasionally represent a version of myself from the 90s, and I guess it's lucky I look enough like that still for it to be relatively convincing. And by convincing, I mean not convincing at all. But, you know, the gray hair is not helping. Oh, for the love of Pete, let me through. Oh, I'm so mad. I don't need this. I don't. You need this, and you don't need this either. Ow. 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 Oh, making me mad, George. Alright, I'm just gonna kill this guy once I'm able to get back in my human form. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna die before that happens at this rate. Can't use my magic until I'm human again, though. So this whole thing where you turn into a pig is something that happens in the final act of the movie. Ugh, all that work for nothing. Bavmorda turns everyone into pigs, so they gave it as an ability to a single baddie in the game here. Oh, do I have the wrong sword yet? I do. That would have been embarrassing. Okay. Oh. Is there another place I can go? Just need to find the way to San Jose. Alright, seriously though, I don't remember this being that hard to find. I found it the last time. Like, you know, I had actually played ahead a few times, I mentioned before, but I hadn't had to do it for a while. And then last week we caught up to where I had been, so I didn't know what to do next. And that was me doing the things, making sure that we could get this done in one more episode. But, you know, if I'm going to just run around like this, it's going to be a long stream. All right, so not there because that's a trick. Was I talking too much and just missed the actual place I'm supposed to go? It's possible. Well, I'm afraid to go in there because it might be a trap. Alright, alright! We'll just do it. Okay. Looking for another... Ah, here we go. As we learned a couple episodes ago. Oh, look how fast I can wield the devil eye now. Look at that. Oh! So good. That is a sword that Willow was not able to do much with up until level 13. It was very, very slow going. Excellent. So I don't have to worry about my magic level and the fact that I had to use it. Okay. Let's keep rolling. Key is doing me some good, I think. I don't think there's any other items I can get in this castle. I could be wrong about that, but there's nothing I need exactly. So... oh, yeah, that feels good. Oh. Here we are. Captured again, Madmartigan. Hey, it's Sorsha. The powder of unrequited love. Or I think it's, what's it called in the movie? The something of a broken heart? That's not a spell, it's a powder there too, but I think it's the dust of a broken heart? I don't remember. But yes, he gets on Madmartigan. I love you. You are the moon and my sun in the clear blue sky. Without you, I am in darkness. Sorsha, you are being fooled. This is a way more convincing speech than what happens in the movie. There is no chosen hero. If there is a hero, every living creature in the world is it. All of us of the Daikini clan, the Nelwyn, the Eagle clan with the wings, and the rabbit-like Nail clan are it. All are living to their fullest, and their effort put forth into living is the greatest strength in this world. This is a very anime Japanese speech, and it is so much better. I mean, it's marginally better. She's just like, oh yeah, this guy's nice to me. All right, so she sends you on a fetch quest. You're not gonna find the thing. It's in the cave below the castle. No. Oh, I meant to save. Whoops. See, just go in there. So maybe like. So if you're like me, you would take her at her word and then start backtracking, right? But then if you just go in that door, you find out right away whatever she told you was wrong. So, all right. I'm just gonna save this because there's no reason not to. At this point. All right. So this looks really scary because watch this. Like I can try and go to the side and be like, "Rah!" But no, he's gonna totally freak out on me. So. But as it turns out, my shield is sufficient to keep this brute at bay. Also, you can't use your magic in these fights, as we've demonstrated before in the past. All right. Whoops. So by showing off, I goofed my ability to actually handle this fight. Just gotta be patient. Ow! Jerk. So not much of a fight if you know what you're doing. Ah. Oh, so satisfying. I don't think I'm going to make it to level 14 off of this XP, though. Oh, maybe. Oh, get my health restored, though. That's not nothing. So it's level 15 as far as I can go? Now the music's changed again. So yeah, there was new music for the main castle area. Now we're like real heroes. I don't know what to call this. It's a good theme. Oh boy, do I go in that? Some of these doors are fake doors. Yeah, there's nowhere else to go. So on your way up, or maybe if you're like trying to find the Crest of the Gods in the dungeon or whatever, there are some doors you can go into that will drop you down to the next level. And I just avoided those because you don't have time for that. You gotta be done. You gotta beat Bavmorda. I don't think there's a lot that's gonna stand in my way now. Like, you know, Willow is pretty much fully powered up. Got a lot of cool items, got a lot of sweet shields. This game kind of gave me both a good and a kind of false impression about what other RPGs would be like because of all the stuff that you got here. All right. Ah, she'll be immortal. Good to know. All right, let me save this quick. I'm going to save it somewhere else. Let's save it on slot 2. All right, let's do this Bavmorda. Bavy. Well, that's not going to work. All right, she's a magical creature. I'll just use a different sword. That's fine. It's not a sword. 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 Devil Eye. All right. Oh, that's not doing it either. All right. All right, well, we got that wand charged up, so let's see if that will do the trick. Ooh, boy. Okay. Wand will do it, but man, you need a lot of MP. What happens if I run out? I'm a little worried that I might not beat this, you guys. Oh no. Alright, so we've got to use my my magic wisely here. Oh, I can't miss. Oh god! Oh god, I can't do it! Oh no, do I have to like level all the way up? Oh god! Oh no! Okay, I'm just firing too fast. Okay. Okay. All right, all right. Oh boy, that was terrifying. Now imagine if I didn't have save states, what I would have to do in order to get this. Oh, good gravy. I'm not gonna make it though if I'm gonna keep getting hit. This is probably a problem. But yeah, if I had to like actually, because if I continue from here, hold on, if I continue from here, I'm all the way back here. My, I'm fully healed, so my full HP and MP, but my experience went back down as we've seen happen in the past. So we're just gonna do this. Can't waste these shots. Ow! Jerk, and the fire stops the... Okay, I got really close one time. What was I doing differently? Maybe I can just shoot her really fast and then I don't shoot at the fireballs and I'll be good. But yeah, imagine trying to do this. Oh! I don't have enough magic power. This is nuts. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, I'm almost full up. I have a couple more shots. All right, this is part of the reason why I didn't save over where I was. I have an idea, guys. Ow. Ugh. All right. So here's my idea. I'll wait for this to happen again. Okay. We saw those magical critters before. I'm going to completely power up on MP. And then I should be good. There we go. I should have enough shots. Oh! Well, if I keep doing crap like that. Keep letting him divide. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, if I keep doing crap like that, alright. None of that, none of that. I just need 2 of those balls, so I'm going to let him divide once and then kill him with fire. Oh no, I need more than that though. Boy, that's confusing. I'm going to have to get him right away. Dang it. Okay, and if I leave and come back, And it should be close to maxed out, right? There we go. Yep, alright, I'm maxed out. So, my problem is I only have so many shots, right? And I gotta make them all count. Ugh. Or at least the vast majority of them. I don't think I had enough before. Okay. Save that there. What I wanted to test was how much MP. Is it 9? 12? It's 12 every time I do this. So how many shots is that? I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I get 18 shots. So I just can't miss. Hopefully 18 shots will do it. Ah! Wing sword. Back to it. We can do this. I believe in us. Otherwise, the only way to do this is to have enough magic power, and that means grinding, and I'm not going to make us go through that. I should be able to beat this game without grinding. And that's kind of the worst part, too. Like, if you're playing this game normally using the password system and stuff, and you lose, I mean, that's it. Like, you have to grind that whole thing back. So dastardly. And that's why NES games are hard. Like, games these days have autosaves, like, right before, or you can, save manually. Mass Effect and Dragon Age would be unplayable if you had to do stuff, rely on the way that games like this work. So I'm emulating that the best I can, literally, I guess, using the Retron. I had someone mention that I should get an AVS instead because they saw in a picture I posted to Twitter with this and the DVD when I was demonstrating that I had bought it, but then you need like an add-on on top of that to. So I don't know. It wasn't for me. It's also really pricey. I'm happy enough with the Retron. One of the problems is supposed to be lag. I haven't really noticed a whole lot, to be perfectly honest. Okay, I can't use the heal ball, but I need the wand. Ow. Okay, here we go. Ow! Ow! Ah! I think I have enough hits to do it. I just can't die. I think we can do this, boys and girls and whoever else is here. Oh. Okay, just don't hit the fire. Uh-oh. Well, that's one. 2. 3. 4, yeah. Can't miss. Can't miss once. Ah, that's my once. Yep. So in filling up, I only got the one extra shot, it looks like. Ugh. I saw someone say that she was momentarily invincible. I don't think that's true. I just think that she puts down that fire and it blocks your shot. $17. Yeah, that last. I need that last one. I need that last one. That one miss is. So maybe that's why level 13 is a level, because that's how many shots you need and that's how much MP they give you at level 13. That like if you do it perfectly, you can defeat Bavmorda, which is such a terrible. All right, we can do this. Doing this together. Ah! Yep. So close. So close, everyone. Alright, I'm going to save this so that it's on the friggin' cane and we'll just get right to it. $12, $13, $14, $15, $16, $17, $18. Yes! All right. How's my audio doing? You've retrieved the Crest of the Spirits. All right, I'm feeling pretty good. This scene actually looks pretty much like the... no, Willow, don't. The movie here. I'll be destroyed. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Oh god. Okay. All right. I was too busy boasting, trying to figure out where I can put. All right, number 4. I'll put it. Bavmorda 1, and then I'll save it on Bavmorda 2. All right. Okay. Looks like my sword is working. Okay. All right. All right. I think that castle looks pretty much like the one in the movie too. So that's some nice faithful reproductions there. All right. What do you guys think? Only through the powerful magic of Fin Raziel. Is my sound out of sync again? Bavmorda's menace thwarted. Spirit of the sky, do 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 do. Am I out of sync? A little bit. They chose Laura Dannon as their queen. Well, they better, because she was the queen of prophecy, you know? Alright, I've adjusted my... Is that better? Okay. David Bowie. Mo. Thanks, Mo. Manashi. Yuki. Nagineko. Neko means cat. Tampon. I'm loving these names. Fishman. Tall Knob. How'd that one get past the censors? Sound program, Harumi. Yeah, I think that's the composer. Maki-chan. Supervision by Lucasfilm. Oh, this is the theme from the movie. So that they worked it in. This must be Tir Asleen Castle, right? We did it! We did it! Oh my goodness. Yeah. Anything to do? I'm pushing buttons, nothing to do. All right. So thanks everyone. I'll switch back. All right. I feel like the sound's out of sync again. This is so annoying. Okay, no, it's fine. Thanks everyone for hanging out. It's been a blast. It's been 4 weeks. And I know that toward the end here, it wasn't everyone's bag, but it's been an awesome trip down memory lane for me, both in terms of this game and the movie. Just in general, just get to my age and you want to like be like, did that thing that happened to me 35 years ago, was that even real? And so you throw in a movie like this, and like, you know, beat for beat, you remember everything, but then it's like the connotations of adulthood kind of take over, and you're like, oh, that's what that means. So there's a lot of value there. Playing this game again, I can appreciate the design certainly a lot more as an adult who's played a lot of more games since, and a lot more, I don't know, I don't want to say polished, but differently designed, because it's, you know, a lot's changed in gaming since the NES days. But a lot of their intention in making this game, and how much of game design that I liked. Like there are like notes of what becomes Minish Cap. Like this was supposed to be a Zelda clone, more or less, right? That's how they wanted to make this game, and it's like, all right, you know, maybe they're planning on making that Zelda clone anyway. It's just like, well, we can just do it with Willow, and it'll be fine. They have throw all these fantasy monsters in that weren't in the film, but can sort of expand the world of Willow as it was. So I guess between these things, I'm excited to see what they're going to do for this series, assuming it gets off the ground. You know, if it's not like a full reboot or a remake or whatever, maybe Willow's the High Old One now, and maybe it won't even be called Willow. You know, maybe or maybe the next person's also a Willow or whatever. So I wouldn't mind seeing. I wouldn't mind seeing some of these actors again. Val Kilmer has lost his voice to cancer, I think. So they did a bit in Jay and Silent Bob reboot about that, because they have him playing Blunt Man, or is it Chronic? Which one's which? I think he's Blunt Man. So he only talks by typing on his phone. And then like he'll do it for like a minute straight, and then it's just an emoji, whatever. I think it's pretty funny, but you know, it. So, and you know, even if that weren't the case, like it's been 32 years since the original movie, so I don't know, I'd so love to see him in it, right? Like, you know, did Madmartigan live happily ever after? Because there are old sellswords and bold sellswords, but there are no old bold sellswords. That's what Game of Thrones taught me anyway. And then the lady who plays Sorsha, whose name escapes me. I guess she and Val Kilmer got married for a while. I guess that's what happens when you make movies, I guess. So, oh, I just realized how badly framed this is. I moved this for the Dojo cast because Vink's framing was not lined up. But anyway, now we're equal. So, cool. I think I might take a week off. It's been 7 weeks in a row. And I need to like regroup and think of what to do next, because I've blown through a lot of what I planned already. And Willow being a multi-part thing, that kind of led to this decline in viewership. You know, I need to like get some time to figure out what you guys actually want to see. So usually I have the next Pile of Shame live queued up already as soon as this one's done, but we're not going to be able to do that because I don't know what we're going to do next. So I'll put out a poll. Why don't you guys let me know, like in the comments here, either in the live chat or if you're watching this after the stream is finished, like what do you want to see? I think pretty much everything is on the table. Like I can do NES and maybe even Master System, Genesis, Super NES, Super Famicom, Wii U, GameCube. Actually, I can do Wii. Wii U, Switch, PS4. Anything in the middle is kind of hard because I don't have the equipment to stream it. So N64, unless it's like on Virtual Console for the Wii U and up, GameCube, stuff like that, I probably won't be able to do. Unless, or there's like HD remakes and stuff, I probably won't be able to do. But yeah, just let me know what games you guys are curious about, or if there's any follow-ups to things that we've done. And I'll look through my collection too, and you know, see what's on the pile. Basically, that's what this is for, is to start playing things I haven't really played. Metroid Prime 3 is on that pile, but I don't think I have a good way of playing that. What else? Am I slouching, or is the camera not? Okay. And then I was playing Zelda. So there was the announcement of they're going to bring Skyward Sword to the Switch, and I have the HD updates of Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. So the prototype for Pile of Shame Live was me playing Twilight Princess on the Wii and the HD remake. I think I streamed it to Twitch. It's not very good. Don't go looking for it. And I think that they delete those things now anyway. I don't think I kept any of the highlights or anything like that. But that's an interesting thing. Maybe it's better for a video than to try and do streaming, so I would just play the game straight. But you know, big long things like that, I kind of want to focus on experiences we can have in about an hour and a half, that feel complete enough. It doesn't have to be a full game, just like demonstrating something to like maybe get you to want to play it, you know. So doing a 4-part thing on Willow was kind of a personal favorite of myself. So thank you for coming along with me this whole time. Yeah, Back to the Future and Marty's Bowling Balls. Darkwing Duck NES. Okay, yeah. There's some more stuff. You're giving me ideas. Do you guys want to see more like classic retro stuff, NES and Famicom stuff? Because I can probably make that happen. Just nothing on disk system, unfortunately, or anything that's on Nintendo Switch Online is up for grabs. I've talked to some people about maybe doing some co-op and doing some streaming with that. So that's something that we're talking about doing. Vink, as well as some other YouTubers, have shown interest in doing something like that. Boy, yeah. All right, so let's take some time on that. We'll take a couple weeks, and then we'll let you know maybe next week, or late this week, or sorry, yeah, next week or early the week after, what our next stream is going to be. But this was a lot of fun. Thank you for hanging out with us for the last 7 weeks. It's been fun, and I hope you guys have watched the last Dojo cast we just streamed on Sunday. If not, go back, watch that. If this is your first Willow stream, like I said, there are 4 parts. Go back and watch those. We've done ones about Bart versus the Space Mutants. We did one about Pikmin 3, which we talked about in the Dojo cast. We did one, Donkey Kong's Crash Course, part of Nintendo Land, and demonstrated part of Pikmin Adventure in that as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That might be everything. I think that's everything we've played so far. But there are also older Pile of Shame videos that you might not have seen. Like we did Shadowgate a while ago. So there's 2 parts to it. Maybe watch part 2, because that's where I do most of the gameplay. We did one for Battle of Olympus, which was fantastic. Those are going to get condensed down into shorter digest versions, because they were shot back here at the retro station with the camera, and then it was like a behind the scenes stream where you're like showing me filming the video and then going through the parts, and I'm just kind of talking to you. But I really wanted to get a Pile of Shame back into this format, because I like this better. But we also have stuff on the Sean Orange channel. It's all there's a playlist, and refresh my mic here. There's a playlist on the Famicom Dojo channel if you want to find it, of everything across the Sean Orange and Famicom Dojo channels. This was a Sean Orange production. Pile of Shame Live was before I brought it over here. So there's some newer stuff over there, like I did Night Trap on the Switch. I did The Last of Us, the DLC, what's that called? Left Behind. I did The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the text adventure game, but they've added visual elements to it over the years. So I want to do part 2 of some things like that. I want to be able to finish that. And I have lots of plans for this, but I want to do something that you guys want to see. So do me a favor, in the next 2 weeks, why don't you go look in the archive and see what strikes your fancy, or just new things that you might want to see, or games that you wish that you could play but can't. I'm all ears. So cool. Well, all that being said, Mario Kart? Well, which Mario Kart? There's so many Mario Karts. All that being said, thank you again. I owe it to our Patreon supporters to actually like remember their names this time, because we got some new ones. So I'm going to look up the list. It's going to be all out of order. But if you are a supporter on Patreon, we're doing a new thing with this new Future Retro video, and then all new scripted and film videos going forward, where we'll show you some of the development process. So we'll give you some drafts. Usually that's how Vink and I share things, across the globe. Is what we'll share drafts with each other of the progress we're making, and we're gonna give some of those to you too. So if you're at the extra credit level and above, you'll be able to go to Patreon, and then we'll post our links there. So there's one up now if you want to see how it's going to start. I'm almost ready for another draft. Maybe next week. Probably another reason I should take a break from the Pile of Shame Live, so I can focus on working on that more. But we're also giving out T-shirts as rewards. We're going to be doing, I think, 2 or 3 new T-shirts this year. Everyone who earned one in 2020, you're going to get one by the end of this month. Is my goal is to get those decisions out to you. And if you're still on in 2021 at those levels, you're going to get another one this year. So if we have like 8 shirts to pick from. So if you want 2 of them, great. When we were last on stream, I think on the Dojo cast, we got asked what people who are Dojo Disciple and above are going to get for being with us for so long, and we don't know yet. We're figuring that out. But we are talking about doing another DVD this year. Not season 2, because we need to film more. Well, maybe if we can get it done. But I think we have so much stuff from the last 10 years that we could put onto discs that we're probably going to collect, like maybe our training or game stuff, something like that, or our other like further Famicom stuff. Like we have our Famicom Basics, which is what we're calling Season 1 now, and there's like more Famicom things we've done since then. We'll figure out the theme, we'll get the disc out, and the people who have been Dojo Disciples for a long time will get that. No questions asked, for sure. And then maybe some other people who've just given like X amount of dollars, like overall, you know, as a thank you. But if you're interested in joining, like we said, even $1 is better than an ad. So if you give us pledge $1 a month, that will help us replace our advertising entirely. We're doing better lately. Like, unfortunately, a lot of channels got dropped by Screenwave, and we were one of them. But it hasn't hurt us necessarily. We'll get a little bit of the money back that we had been giving to them, but you know, it wasn't much to begin with. But we don't really want to have ads on YouTube anymore if we can help it, because those fluctuate so wildly and it kind of ruins the experience. So we're trying to like stop. We're trying first by stopping having mid-roll ads, and that seems to be going really well. And we're going to use what you've contributed to us to get more equipment. So that's how we were able to do the stream again, because we were able to upgrade a few things. We're going to make our other videos better because of your contributions. So if you aren't sure what to do, I just do $1. Just do $1. And it'll help you keep in better touch with us as well about, you know, what we're planning on doing. I really should post these streams to Patreon, and I keep forgetting. But we have more people on our Discord. We have people on Twitter that follow. So just whatever. This is all because of you guys, like especially if you're on our Discord, and even if you aren't Patreon members, like, you know, get the feedback and let us know what you want us to do, because there are things that we think are good and funny and interesting, but it doesn't always hit right. So if we can get some idea of what you would like to see from us specifically, that's always great. So again, thank you, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks. I'm going to try to get. We're up to episode 168 out of 170 in the audio podcast. So I'm going to get episode 169 audio version out by next week, I think. And then March will be episode 170. We're going to try and keep a monthly cadence for the podcast as well, and be able to stream those as well. And then, you know, thanks to everyone's pledges, we've been able to find ways to get that going again and do a stream with you guys, because that's so much more fun to interact when we're doing the podcast. It does make me a little lazy to get the audio version out though, so I'm going to try and keep that up, and then maybe make it a week or two apart as opposed to like a whole month later when we do those. But yeah, so thank you again, and let me know in the comments what you want to see next. Until then, the dojo is bringing balance back to the world.
Famicom Dojo.
Shame. I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot. I was supposed to read the list of people. I'm so sorry. I'm going to read everyone because I can't tell who's who. I've only been reading Dojo Disciples. So we got some new ones. Brace Volrath is a new Dojo Disciple. Thank you for joining this month. James L., new Dojo Disciple. Alyssa Borgo for extra credit. Crushed Talos, better than an ad. Keith Robinson, you might get a t-shirt. Peter Burrell, you might get a t-shirt. Admire Them Hero Dojo Disciple. Eric Cole, better than an ad. El Gamer Astral, extra credit. Chris Frank, extra credit. Chris GXP, extra credit. Jody A. Cornelius, you might get a t-shirt. Paul Spicknall, Dojo Disciple. Buttlord, seriously. You might get a t-shirt. Daniel Hathcock, Dojo Disciple. Lena, Dojo Disciple. Brady Cashin, Dojo Disciple. Chris Berkling, Dojo Disciple. Elena Dunnet's better than an ad. Colin Swinburne, Dojo Disciple, Earl Grey the Third, Dojo Disciple, Lewis Lloyd Judson, better than an ad. Thank you all so much for your contributions. I was working up to that, and then I was so busy talking I completely forgot to read the list. But yeah, we have new Dojo Disciples this month. Thank you all for joining, and I'll be sending out your things. There's also someone bought a DVD and a T-shirt, so I need to get that out to you too. Cool. All right, we're ending for real this time.
Famicom Dojo.